It was awesome to finish up our last home game with a win. Cincinnati they're just a tough team. I think they play so hard. I think their coach does a great job of just getting them to play regardless of what the score says. And that's what they did tonight with us. We went up pretty big, and they just scrap and claw and hung around more than we would have liked. They do a great job with that, but I'm glad it's behind us. It's hard to get a sweep, especially with everything at this time of the year that teams are playing for. So overall, I thought that it wasn't a pretty game for us by any means, but just proud that we found a way to win. And I thought Lex did a great job of knocking her free throws down the stretch. We played through a lot of adversity. T fouled out, Praise fouled out, and then Macy fouls out. Just one of those games where you had to find a way. And I think Cincinnati does that. And then I think some of the other factors, like the foul trouble really played into that, but got out of here with a win, and this team has continued to just do really impressive things. And tonight, making history again with the most wins in a regular season. We just have so much to be proud of, and we still have so much to play for, but it's certainly nice on nights like this when things come to an end to look back and just see everything that we've accomplished, and we're really proud. I'm very proud of this group.
Shannon, what's the season been like for you? Obviously, coming here for a final year, just and doing a little bit of everything. What's the season been like?
It's been so fun. I love it here. If I could stay, I would stay another year. I feel like I got so much better just by how much the coaches trust me, always helping me to get better, get in the gym, giving me advices. So, and I have wonderful teammates, wonderful coaches. I love it. So it's been great.
Ténin, you played well defensively, I thought, the first half, but had no points.
Yeah.
So, that's great. That's a good trait. Doesn't seem to matter. You don't have to score to be hard on defense. But then the second half, you kind of got it going. You were the one that lit it up to start the second half. Talk about that first basket and then also your free throws.
Well, I was frustrated after my two fouls. So coming back in and scoring that first and one felt good. And then I just felt... I felt myself going. So, and the free throws, I've been working on it. It wasn't my best thing to do at the beginning of the season. It still not is right now, but I'm getting better. So that's the only thing that really matters to me.
Jacie, what have you seen from her, just her development as a player overall this season?
She's grown so much. I mean, her confidence on the floor is just It's one of those things that, as a coach, that's why you do what you do, to see people mature and grow up. And she's done it in every way. She's done it with her confidence and the intangibles. She's a leader now. As far as her game goes, I mean, man, she came in a great defender, and she still is that for us. She is hands down the anchor of our defense, but offensively she's so much more confident now to finish. She's shooting those kind of mid-range shots now. You saw it tonight at the free throw line. She's grown as much as any player that I've ever coached in just a short time with that one season. So I'm super proud of her, but the fun thing is, and the exciting thing is that I see her getting so much better every single game, and she's not done yet. She's got more in her, I know.
Ténin, you talked about loving your teammates. Is there a feeling, I know I've heard Coach Hoyt say it on the radio, but do you have the feeling that what you're going through right now is special?
Yes, I do. They're just wonderful. I don't know what else to say, really. My heart is full when I think about all the moments that we have together and how much I'm going to miss them. when I leave. I love them so much, and they're the best thing that have happened to me in a minute. So I'm very grateful for that.
When did you kind of, not find your place, but when did you kind of feel comfortable around this team? By the time when you transferred in, last spring, this summer, when did you kind of feel like, all right, I can be here?
Well, I'm a shy person, so at first it was a little not easy, but they made me feel comfortable like very quick. I'd say that after a couple of weeks, when September hit, I felt good here. I felt confident, just with the people around me. I knew it was going to be a good year for us.
What made you want to come here?
Well, I got on the phone call with Coach Jazz at first and Coach Jacie, and I had a very good feeling about them. I had just decided to follow my instinct about who I was going to be with, who made me feel like was going to be a good fit for me. Just, I don't know.
Coach Hoyt, you've talked about a lot this season.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Do you want to keep going? Finish up.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay.
I was just saying that when I called them, I had a very good feeling in my heart, and I knew that this place was going to be the right place for me. So here I am.
Coach Hoyt, you talked a lot this season about the support of the student body and the fans that come to the games day after day. How has that helped you not only win tonight, but win 17 games at home this season and break the record for home wins?
I mean, it's helped a lot. Their energy is just, it's different. It's different than the average fan. And, it's just one of those things that this game is about momentum, and when they're in the stands and you go on a run or you make a big shot or T gets a big block and they go crazy, that's something that gives us energy and we feed off of. And it's also something that takes away energy from the opposing team. So it's been really fun to see that grow. I think our student body supported by far the most this season of any of my years here. And so I hope we can keep building it because they make a huge difference.
Coach, what was that phone call with her from your perspective? What was kind of your pitch to her to get her here?
We were just honest. We had a tremendous need for a post player. We believe wholeheartedly in what we're able to do in terms of developing players. We just tell the truth. We're great with relationships. It's always relationship first here. It's family first here. And we told her all the things that we saw in her and how she can help us, but also told her, the support that she's going to get from the coaching staff and the type of culture that we want to have. And so I think that's something I've really learned, just being completely transparent and honest on those calls. And if you feel it, we felt it, it's a magical fit. If you don't, on either side, we're not for everyone, and everyone is not for us. But, I mean, Ténin was, she was one that we celebrated. I remember where I was when we knew that we were getting her, and we celebrated that one hard because we were really, really excited about the roster that we had assembled, but she was the missing piece. And I'm just so glad that it all worked out. It's been a really magical journey having her here.
Then you played a lot of basketball in your career, and then now coming to OSU. Where do you think this team can be come March, and the step you guys can take going into the tournament?
Sorry, could you repeat your question?
You've played a lot of basketball,
Yeah.
and you see where this team has grown this season. Where do you think your team can take the next step come March?
What does she mean?
Where do you feel like we can be come March? Like, where do you think?
Like, where can we go? Well, G was just saying in the locker room that we don't know yet where we can go, but we feel like we have so much potential, and we don't know where that's going to take us. But I have a great feeling, and I think that out of all the schools that I've been to, this is the team that I feel like we can go the farthest with. So I'm just excited about the rest of the season, and I think that coming into the season, we felt like we were the underdog, and going into the tournament, that's how we're gonna, I guess, approach the tournament and destroy every team that's gonna be on our way.
Coach, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think. I think we've seen it this year. You know how high our ceiling is. We've beat the number 9 team in the country, number 11, 24. And sometimes we've done that in a pretty dramatic, bold fashion. And so I think when this team is when we're all clicking, it's really special. I think that there's. I don't think there's anyone that we can't beat. But we got to continue to get better. We still have a couple weeks, and we got to continue to put pieces together. But I think that we've seen how good we can be, and nights like tonight, even when we're not at our best, still finding ways to win. So I think this is a team that's incredibly motivated and wants to play as long as possible because of that love that they have for each other. So I don't have any doubts that we're gonna slow down anytime soon.
If Ryan or someone else doesn't cut this short, I promise I want to work it back to a positive. But along those lines, what you were saying, maybe the finish tonight is a motivating part of this answer, but what does this team need to work on the most to get to where they need to be in March?
Yeah, I think this time of year, it's like you're playing teams for the second time, or there's no secrets out there. And so I think that a lot of it is just executing. And tonight, for example, I thought we got a lot of really great looks. We just didn't make the shot at the end. And that's where we've got to continue to get better, is just executing. Sorry, you can take her back. You hungry? Can you say hi to everyone? All right. See you later, Harlow.
Nice shoes.
Got a burp rag on me. But no, just executing down the stretch, I think is big. And I've seen us grow so much, though. I would have said turnovers earlier. I think we've gotten so much better with that and understanding how to break the press and taking care of the ball and the value of each possession. Making free throws, that was a bit of an issue for us at one point, and I think we've gotten a lot better at that. So that's what it's about, just finding those little areas to get better. But I think for us, it's really just executing, finishing things out, whether that's finishing the possession on offense or defensively. Like tonight, we had several possessions where end of shot clock and we just didn't finish or we didn't get the rebound. So I would say just finding ways to execute on both ends.
On the positive end, you said you called the game a little bit ugly, but I hope you don't feel that way about the first half, because that was great offense. You ended up with 16 assists on 21 made baskets, and I think it was like 10 of 16 in the first half.
Yeah, we had 10 assists at halftime, and I thought we were doing a great job of moving the ball and finding the open man. I think that we actually did that the second half too, but to my point, we just didn't make shots, So, no, I thought our kids came out the way that they needed to, and then it's hard. Ténin played, I think, 3.5 minutes in the first, it was 3 minutes and 39 seconds in the first half. And so when you're struggling with the foul situations, that's hard to kind of get things going. I think there were 44 fouls called tonight, and those games are a little bit tough. So I thought that definitely impacted it. But good first half, not such a good second half.
Jacie, y'all beat you beat the average attendance for your other years by a pretty significant amount. Those other years, y'all had the Bedlam game at home, which propped up the attendance a lot. Just historically, how awesome is it that you're able to get so many more people here this season, but also that I don't know, does it mean more that those numbers aren't even inflated by that OU game that didn't happen this year?
Yeah. You're right. The Bedlam game was a big boost in those. So I'm so proud of what we're building. I love this team so much. They give. They don't take. They're not takers at all. And so when when kids are giving you their whole heart, they're working hard, they're doing all the right things, you just so badly want them to be rewarded. And I think one of the greatest rewards for them is having people in the stands when they show up and let that hard work be on display. So I'm really just thankful. Obviously, I want to build our fan attendance for a lot of reasons, but that's the number one motivator for me, is just for them to have people in the stands supporting them and cheering them on. And then, of course, it's really important for our future. I want that to be the standard. I want those big games that we've had. Tonight was good for a weeknight, but, not quite as highly attended as some of those other games. But I want those games to be the standard for us. And I think as long as we continue to get the type of character that we have on this year's team, and, of course, you got to win games, I think they'll keep coming, and that's certainly the goal.
Have you looked at the tiebreakers? Because if you haven't, Scott's got them all. He's gone down. You're in good shape.
We think you've clinched a top 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
We put all our small brains together.
Yeah.
And we actually like you for third.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot that can happen, and that's the beautiful thing about the Big 12 is, it's going to come down to everyone's last game, and just such a competitive conference, one of the best in the country, without a doubt, from top to bottom. So we still have work to do, and, want to be playing our best basketball come March. So we're excited, to feel like we're in that top 4, but still have another game left.
You talked after the game to the fans about all the records that this team has accomplished. When you think about the phone calls you made with Ténin, as you're sort of pitching this program, is the nature of those phone calls a little different? Because maybe in the past you were talking about, we think we can be this, and has this team sort of proved some of that, going forward?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, until you've achieved it, it's a vision, and I've had a really strong vision, and I think our staff has done a great job of getting that across to people like T and our recruits. But now it's a reality, and as great as it's been, we want to continue to build this, and so now the vision continues. We want to be undefeated at home. We dropped one this year that we wish we wouldn't have. But all in all, I don't think there's any doubt that our program is trending in the right direction, and there's still a lot of work to do, but I love the direction that it's headed.